The gift of hindsight is a wonderful thing. Through recollection and reconciliation, we possess the key ability to learn from our mistakes and to better ourselves as a result of our actions. However, as good as hindsight may be, the power of foresight is all infinitely better. To possess the qualities needed to predict and prepare allows one to always be one step ahead of the game. Because believe it or not, folks, the world we live in is a game. A big political game, enslaving, and we know it as globalism. Throughout the years of this weird, wonderful, beautiful internet, one man has proven time and time again that he is ahead of this game. This man is well educated. This man is a student of history, to be exact. This man uses hindsight to a level only others can dream of. He studies history, he learns from it, and as a result, this man possesses the magnificent gift of foresight. Because the more things change, folks, the more they stay the same. Always remember that. Of course, the man in question, the man whose praises I so dearly sing, of course, is the one true man from Austin. And I'm not talking about Alex Jones. I'm talking about the one true ghost, true capitalist radio. Now, I waited a little longer than perhaps I should have to release this video. But through Ghost Prognostications, I knew this day was coming. And I'm sure as hell glad that I waited until now to do this. Now, I'm dedicating this video to one sole prognostication, of course. As opposed to the fact that Ghost has predicted many things throughout time and tenure of his radio broadcasting, I'm dedicating this to one sole issue, and the one that is on everybody's minds. I'm talking about Summer of Digital Chaos 2016. Ghost returned from a 4-year hiatus in March of this year. And between himself and the capitalist army, they've accomplished a great many things, as such as preventing the GOP delegates from stealing the nomination from Donald Trump through release public information as opposed to the delegates. That's all I'll say about that. They've also engaged in many great and wonderful operations, such as Operation Barrel Roll, the operation used to make the left wing and the Democrats eat each other, to make them fight against each other, to tear each other apart, so that we on the right can capitalise. And that's what it's always about. It's always about capitalising. They also engaged in the social justice warrior triggering that we now know as the chalkening, where we engage in writing Trump 2016 and hashtag capitalist army on pavements, on public buildings, in chalk only. And the backlash was incredible. It was fantastic. But I'd like to talk about the most important thing he has said since his return. And that is the prognostication of the Summer of Digital Chaos and the exposure of the DNC for the disgusting, racist, bureaucratic filth that they are. Now, Ghost said before this summer began, a long way before this summer began, that a revolution would be taking place. Now, he could not have been more correct when he said this. We've now had 2 leaks from the Democratic National Committee. We've had State Department leaks and the exposure of pay-to-play tactics engaged with the Clinton Foundation and the State Department. Now, I could dedicate a whole lot of time to the details of these leaks. However, they came from the man Ghost, and I would like you to hear it from the horse's mouth, as he said himself, no pun intended. Now, I'm just going to run through a short list of prognostications from Ghost himself, which have now been proven to be true. And I'm going to ask you to judge for yourselves how you feel about this man and how he has the innate ability to predict the future. Firstly, Bernie Sanders, old Uncle Bernie, was never going to be nominated as the DNC candidate for president, as they would rig the election against him. And that even if he was nominated, Bernie Sanders wouldn't want to accept the nomination. As we have now seen, he disappeared from public eye. He only wanted his money, and he's now gone. Secondly, the media are a propaganda wing of the DNC, and they are just as corrupt as the DNC, and they are in the pocket of the DNC. These are all things that Ghost has said. These are all true. You can look back in the archive and you will find them for yourself. Hillary Clinton funded, armed ISIS as a Secretary of State, which is true. Donald Trump said that Barack Obama was the founder of ISIS, and Hillary Clinton was, I think, the co-founder was the term he used. And they all flipped out, said this was hilarious. Folks, this could not be more true. And Ghost Politics predicted the release of the documents proving it. What's happened this week? Well, we have documents proving it. Emails from Huma Abedin to Hillary Clinton proving that they instigated quote-unquote peaceful protests, which we all know in Libya they were not peaceful protests, and these were the beginnings of ISIS, believe it or not. Thirdly, Hillary Clinton used pay-to-play with the State Department through her Clinton Foundation to a level that no one could even imagine, to a higher level of corruption that no one could begin to imagine. If you think Richard Nixon was a corrupt president, if Hillary Clinton gets elected, none of us stand a chance. We really don't, folks. And again, with the second leak of DNC emails this week, we all realise how corrupt Hillary Clinton really is. Finally, I want to brush on a point. The DNC is split into factions between those who oppose Hillary Clinton but appear to be supporting her. Always remember that, because party unity is very important. Those who oppose Hillary Clinton and those who are on Hillary Clinton's side and not entirely against her. Just because they're on her side doesn't mean they're not entirely against her. They are the factions of Obama and Biden, and obviously Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton. Smaller faction, more powerful. Bigger faction, you'll understand. Look back in the archive. Now, I would like everyone to please form their own opinion on these matters, and in particular what this man has said. But here say this: some have called Ghost psychic. Others have called him Punxsutawney Phil. Others have just said he's lucky. And maybe some would say he had some prior knowledge. But as I say, I'd like you to form your own opinion on how this happens. All we know is, this man is hidden from public eye. He doesn't exist. There's a reason why he called himself Ghost after all along. Ghost can't be found. Can't be taken down. This man is a bastion of internet freedom, which is why we're so staunchly against regulation of internet. People like Ghost, who portray their knowledge and prognostications onto people like myself and the rest of the capitalist army, so that we can form our own opinions, so that we can better ourselves, so that we can better our knowledge, become better people, become better capitalists, and so that we can make money, become better people in society. Ghost is the prognosticator of prognosticators. I would like everyone to remind themselves of that. He is the one man who predicts everything before it happens. You can find Ghost at blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. His Twitter, if you want to engage in conversation with him, is @politicsghost. All one words, no underscores. Politicsghost. Anyway, folks, I'm Jimmy Catalyst. This is a short, sweet video to explain ghost prognostications of the summer of digital chaos. Long live capitalism, death to feminism, death to socialism, death to communism, and death to totalitarianism. I hate it, baby.